In the heart of the current conflict between Palestine and Israel, it's crucial to recognize a critical truth. The ongoing war, resulting in tragic loss and devastation, is not rooted in the original teachings of both Islam and Judaism. Instead, it's a consequence of geopolitical maneuvering by the superpowers for control and resources, with innocent lives bearing the brunt of their struggle. The preservation of peace demands a fervent commitment to confine the ravages of war within the boundaries of combat, shielding non-combatants, especially women and children, from its devastating reach. The sanctity of civilian life, their safety and well-being should stand as a non-negotiable priority amidst conflicts. The impact of war reverberates far beyond the battlefield, infiltrating communities and disrupting the fabric of society. Ensuring that the non-combatants remain shielded from the perils of warfare underscores not only a moral imperative, but also aligns with the essence of humanity and compassion. Efforts to contain war within the defined parameters should be a universal pursuit, a testament to our collective desire for a more peaceful and just world. Despite the ongoing conflict between the people of Islam and Judaism, surprisingly, the two faiths share much in common. So today, let's look into the top 10 common things between Islam and Judaism. Let's go. In both Islam and Judaism, several prophets are shared, serving as crucial figures in the religious narratives of both faiths. Prophets like Abraham, Moses, and Noah are revered in both traditions, seen as exemplars of faith, righteousness, and guidance from the divine. While interpretations and emphasis on certain aspects of their lives might differ, the fundamental reverence of these shared figures underscores a common spiritual heritage that unites both Islam and Judaism, highlighting the deep historical and theological connections between the two religions. In Judaism, the Hebrew Bible and the Talmud are filled with accounts involving angelic activity of various sorts, including that of Angel Gabriel and Angel Michael. Likewise, the Quran speaks of angels as God's created messengers and functionaries, including Michael and Raphael, and many others. Indeed, the very revelation of Quran to Prophet Muhammad was itself facilitated by Jibreel or Gabriel. It would be difficult to overstate the central importance for Judaism of the city of Jerusalem. According to biblical tradition, Jerusalem was originally established by King David as his capital city approximately 3,000 years ago. David's son, King Solomon, established the first temple there, making Jerusalem the religious center for the Jewish faith. Jerusalem also figures prominently in the story of Prophet Muhammad's miraculous night journey and ascension, according to which the Archangel Gabriel transported Prophet Muhammad first from Mecca to Jerusalem and then from Jerusalem to heaven. Both Islam and Judaism have fixed prayers that hold significant importance in their respective religious practices. In Islam, the 5 daily prayers known as Salah or Salat are obligatory for all Muslims. These prayers include recitation from the Quran and specific physical movements, such as bowing and prostrating. They serve as means of connecting with God, seeking guidance, and expressing gratitude. Similarly, in Judaism, there are fixed prayers known as Amidah or Shemini Esri. These prayers are recited 3 times a day and consist of blessings, praises, and personal supplications. They provide a structured framework for Jews to communicate with God, express their devotion, and seek spiritual fulfillment. The commonality lies in the significance of regular prayer as means of worship, reflection, and seeking a deeper connection with the divine in both Islam and Judaism. Kosher and halal dietary laws exhibit a striking commonalities that contribute to their parallel adherence by Jewish and Muslim communities, respectively. Both systems require specific method of slaughter performed by trained individuals and prohibit the consumption of pork and its derivatives. Importantly, these similarities have practical implications, as Muslims can often consume kosher certified products. While there are differences in the details of each set of dietary laws, the overarching principles create a bridge between the two traditions. In both Muslim and Jewish worship, there exists a practice of gender segregation, reflecting cultural and religious traditions that seek to maintain modesty and focus during communal prayer. In many mosques, men and women pray in separate sections, with physical barriers or designated spaces to ensure limited interaction between the genders during religious services. Similarly, in traditional Jewish synagogues, gender separations is often observed during prayer services, with men and women occupying distinct areas to enhance concentration and reverence. Prophet Abraham holds a central and revered position in both Islam and Judaism. In Islam, he is known as Ibrahim and is considered one of the greatest prophets. Muslims believe that Ibrahim played a crucial role in spreading monotheism and established the foundations of Islam. He is revered for his unwavering faith and obedience to God, as demonstrated by his willingness to sacrifice his son Ismail as a test of his devotion. Similarly, in Judaism, Abraham is regarded as the patriarch and father of the Jewish people. He is admired for his faith in God and his pivotal role in the covenant between God and the Jewish people. Both religions consider Abraham as a model of righteousness, hospitality, and submission to the divine will, making him a central figure. Both Islam and Judaism share a common belief in the concept of resurrection and Judgment Day. In Islam, it is believed that on the Day of Judgment, all individuals will be resurrected and held accountable for their actions in this world. Muslims believe in the ultimate justice of God, who will judge each person based on their deeds and determine their eternal fate in either paradise or hell. In Judaism, the belief in resurrection and the final judgment is rooted in the idea that God is just and will reward the righteous and punish the wicked. Jews believe in the eventual resurrection of the dead, where souls will be reunited with their bodies and face divine judgment. This shared belief in resurrection and Judgment Day underscores the importance of leading a righteous life and being accountable. In both Judaism and Islam, there is a common greeting that holds significance with their respective communities. In Judaism, the greeting Shalom is used to greet and bid farewell to others. Shalom means peace and is a reflection of the desire for peace and well-being for oneself and others. Similarly, in Islam, the greeting Assalamu alaikum is used, which translates to peace be upon you. This greeting is not only a form of salutation, but also a prayer for peace and blessings upon the recipient. Both Shalom and Assalamu alaikum reflect the shared value of peace and goodwill within the religious traditions, fostering a sense of harmony and respect among individuals. In both Islam and Judaism, the belief in one God known as monotheism holds a great significance. In Islam, this belief is encapsulated in the concept of Tawheed, which emphasizes the oneness and uniqueness of Allah. Muslims believe that Allah is the one true God with no partners or associates. In Judaism, the belief in one God, known as Yahweh, is central to the faith. Jews believe in the unity and indivisibility of God, and He is the creator of the universe. Both religions emphasize the importance of worshipping and submitting to this one God, and view Him as the ultimate source of guidance and authority. While these religions share significant common ground, the current conflict starkly contradicts their core teachings. The loss of innocent lives and the destruction of communities in Palestine and Israel underline the urgent need for peace and ceasefire. Let's recognize the recent global movement for peace, with individuals from diverse religious and cultural backgrounds marching in solidarity. People of Jewish, Muslim, Christian, and other faiths have stood together, advocating for peace, unity, and end to this devastating conflict.